reiterated over and over and over again, man. All right.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 25, verse 28. He that hath no rule over his own spirit,
meaning you're not dominating your spirit. You're not in rulership over your spirit. Your spirit ruling over you. Read.
He that have no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls.
Right, so this proverb is a metaphor, right? A man that don't dominate over his spirit is like a city without walls, right? A city that is broken down without walls. So walls protect the city. It provides security for the city. You know what I'm saying? And if that city doesn't have walls around it, it can easily be invaded. It can easily be destroyed by the adversary. Right? The same with your spirit. If you don't build a wall, if you don't build a wall up over your spirit, you're going to be invaded. Right? And you're going to be taken down. Right? So to say, they're going to kick your door in and shut down shop. You're no longer in control of your vessel. Your adversaries have now taken over your vessel, right? So you want to practice, like the elder said just a minute ago, you have to examine yourself. That's how you put that wall up, right? You have to examine yourself on a daily basis, if not a weekly basis, right? I usually, briefly examine myself through the week and critique myself, but every week on Sunday, I always write a list of things I need to work at, things I could be better at, my strengths, my weaknesses. And I always encourage the brothers to do the same thing. Every week, write a list out so you can examine yourself, all right? And then you can see when you get slothful at certain things that you need to improve in, because we do it, right? I done examined myself, man. It took me some weeks to even start fixing what I done wrote down. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, you end up doing it because you done wrote it down and you're reviewing it. You really want to change this particular thing about yourself, right? Read that again, King.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 20. Spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls.
Right, you always hear brothers say, oh, I lost control. Oh, I got angry. Oh, I just reacted. And now they sitting in the jail cell like, damn, I should have just walked away, man. I should have just breathed, counted 10, 20 seconds. And, it was a brother said that he threw his whole life away. He's serving life sentence for making a mistake in like 30 seconds. A 30-second mistake cost him 30 years of his life or a life sentence, right? Because he didn't have rule over his own spirit. You see mighty men in the world, baseball players, basketball players, right, entertainers, who they be up here one day, and next thing you know, they in the tabloids for either domestic violence or killing somebody, right, because they lost their temper. They didn't rule over their spirit, right? So we got to be mindful of that, man. The Most High, he could send tests at you, and if you fail that test, hey, you done got out the spirit, right? You done got out the spirit. Let's go to the book of Psalms 37 and 8. The elder brought this out today, right? Psalms 37 and 8, right? Because I'm encouraging patience within Israel, man. We got to have patience in all things. You gotta let patience work her perfect work, right? You gotta let patience work her perfect work. Patience is the key. That's the fruit. That's one of the fruits of the Spirit, is having patience. All right, read.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 37 and verse 8. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil.
Right, because the scriptures teach us to be angry, but sin not. Right? You can have righteous wrath, righteous indignation, but this is going into that wicked anger. Right? That secret anger that you have for your brother, that secret anger that you have for your sister, right? He say cease from anger. That means stop being angry all the damn time, man. Right? Some people are anger, right? Every situation they angry about something. Something is bothering them. They upset. Somebody done pissed them off. Somebody done pushed their buttons. Now they snapping at everybody. Right? He say stop doing that. And forsake wrath, freight not thyself in any wise to do evil, man. Right? You gotta examine yourself. What are your triggers? Right? Are you around people that's benefiting you, or are you around people that's a liability to your salvation? You got to consider that at all times.
You know, when you mention the fruit of the Spirit, when you go to the scripture, it doesn't say fruits. It say the fruit of the Spirit. Because I thought the same thing, right?
Singular.
It doesn't say fruits. So it's like when you are in the Spirit, you have to be able to manage all these different things that the Spirit gives you. It's all at once. You cannot say you're in the Spirit and then you get angry and do things against the Spirit. You know what I'm saying?
It's one.
It's one.
It's synonymous. All of them is active at once.
Yeah, it's all the fruit of the Spirit.
You can't have certain aspects of the fruit of the Spirit but lacking another and think you still got the fruit of the Spirit. Right? You know what I'm saying? I understand. That's facts.
And it takes time to get there, you know, because it's like you grow into it, right? As you go and believe in what Yahweh is trying to teach us. Because we didn't know the law. And as we're going to, you know, be able to control those feelings, right? And stay out of those feelings. Because like you say, a second it can take your life away. Because you made the wrong decision. So that's powerful.
That's powerful. Let's get that in Galatians, man. Let's go to the fruit of the Spirit. Right? Because it is singular. Right? Galatians 5:22. Baba Kushar. Right? And you obtain the fruits of the Spirit, or the fruit of the Spirit, by keeping the commandments. That's how you bring forth the fruit of the Spirit. The law bring forth the fruit in you. You know, roughly paraphrasing pertaining to Ecclesiasticus. Somewhere in Ecclesiasticus it says the law will bring fruit in you. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get that fruit, by keeping the commandments. Right? Bring that out, King.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 22. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law.
Right, so, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, peace, joy, right? Long-suffering, gentleness, right? Gentleness. Not you being soft, but you being gentle with your brothers and with your people, man. Right? Goodness, faith, meekness, being humble, and temperance. Right? Temperance is a fruit of the Spirit. Right? Yeah. And against such there is no law. But if you're lacking in one of these areas, if you got love, joy, but there is no peace, right? You out the fruit of the Spirit.
You know, when I did
just one lacking.
I did the study on this, what I put in my mind was I'm gonna start with my problem, right? I don't have problem with having joy or love, you know what I'm saying? But I have a problem with temperance. So I started with the hardest one, you know what I'm saying? Like to get rid of it, because the other ones were simple, but the one that I have problems with is how to control myself.
Right.
That was the worst.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, temperance.
So I had to start with that one, and then everything else is gonna come along. And that's what I always tell them, is you need to check yourself, you know, because you're the problem. Most of the time it's your fault. You know, instead of you pointing fingers at, oh, you know, it's my wife, it's my kids, or, you know, you put the blame on everybody else, but you don't put it on yourself.
Right, no accountability.
Con.
You know what I'm saying? That's that self-evaluation and examination, man. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. That was facts back in the early 90s.
Straight up. Still,
Check
you'll
yourself
say
before you wreck
yourself.
yourself. That's facts, man.
Because shotgun bullets are bad for your health.
You gotta understand that anger is a plague and it's killing us. It's getting us killed and it's killing us. I seen an Edomite on a video. He jumped out of the car, road rage. Right? He jumped out the car, road rage, started banging on this guy truck window.
Oh,
the
yeah.
guy shot him in the face like
I seen that.
5 times.
And he just got married.
I don't know if he just got married.
Yeah,
or not,
just
but
got married.
He got
Yeah.
clapped in the middle of that street because
Yeah.
he was out. He was angry. Right? His anger got the best of him. You know what I'm saying? And that's how a lot of people get put to death, man. They be angry and they get angry with the wrong person at the wrong time, and then bam, it's over.
Yeah.
You back with the Most High now. But if you lacking in an area of the fruit of the Spirit,
Gotta check it.
hey, you're out the fruit of the Spirit. You gotta have all those consecutive.
That's
all
why
at
it's
once.
singular.
Yeah, it's singular. Yeah, the fruit
Because
of
they're
the
not
Spirit.
separate. It's all one.
Mm-hmm. Now you can have fruits of joy, fruits of peace, fruits of love, but you gotta have everything
To
at
be
once.
right. To
You
have
know what
the
I'm
full
saying?
fruit.
Temperance is key to salvation, man.
Okay.
You can see things when you got patience, when you got some type of self-control. You can understand why the Most High put this situation in your face when you got temperance. Right? Go to 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 25. All right?
Hey, we got Brother Ayal on the live right now. Everybody say shalom to Brother Ayal.
Shalom. Happy Feast of Tabernacles, King.
Brother Ayal.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom. We love you. We love you.
Because self-control is important, man. You got to have moderation. You have to have some type of self-control. When you don't have no self-control, that means you lack morals, man. Anybody can turn you up at any given time, and it don't take much, right? Bring that out, King.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 9, verse 25. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things.
And what? In some things.
Is temperate in all things.
So every man that's striving for mastery, that you're trying to reach perfection in your walk, right? You're going to be temperate in all things, right? Not just some things, but every situation, you're going to show patience, man. You're going to show self-control, right? Even like marriage counseling and stuff, man, marriage therapy, right? Like I always tell everybody, because I done experienced marriage counseling with these other nations, you know, in the position of some type of knowledge of educating you on your marriage. You know, you go to a counselor. They don't know too much about the spiritual aspect of stuff, but they're going to give you the education side of it.
But we are incorruptible.
Right, because some people doing it on the external, you know, aspect of being temperate. You know what I'm saying? They externally, yeah, they look like they got patience. You know what I'm saying? They let you get all your anger out, and they just sitting there. But next thing you know, they damn snap. Right? Because in their heart, they like, man, this motherfucker say one more thing, I'm gonna kill his ass. I promise you, I got something for his ass. I ain't gonna show it right now, but I'm gonna be passive aggressive, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do something when they least expect it. Right? So they do it for a corruptible crime, but we do it for an incorruptible crime. Right? We really, internally, your inner self is really battling and trying to refrain from quick wrath or quick anger. He said, be slow to anger, have temper. Right? We ain't trying to get revenge or go behind their back, be passive aggressive on the situation. No, we really gonna let it go. We really not trying to let this anger build up and kill us, right, or get somebody else killed. Right? Let's go to the book of 2 Timothy 1 and 7. All right, 2 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 7. Because you have to have control over your thoughts and your emotions. You got to. If you don't, it's going to kill you. It's going to kill you. High blood pressure, hypertension, stress, cardiac arrest, all that comes from not having self-control. And that's part of having self-control is understanding that you don't have control over other people. You know, that be a lot of reasons that we get angry because we think we can control somebody else. Oh, you wasn't supposed to say that. Or you wasn't supposed to do that. You were supposed to do it this way. That was like, no, let that go. The Most High got it flowing how you got it flowing. Bring that out.
This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 7. Desiring to be teachers of the law, understanding neither what they say nor whereof they affirm.
Right, so that wasn't the precept that I needed, but that was a good one though. Right? Some brothers desire to be teachers of the law, but the spirit just ain't there, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it sounds good. You know what precept links to what precept,
Right.
but your actions, right? You being a hypocrite.
Okay.
Right? Your righteousness is not exceeding the righteousness of the Pharisees. Right? Yeah, you talk a good game, but your walk is off, man. You know what I'm saying? You harbor hatred in your heart, but you're trying to teach people to keep the commandments, right? Or you're not a peaceful person. You always bringing conflict where there is no conflict, right? You have to, like that the elder say, man, you got to examine yourself, man. People desire to be teachers of the law, but what? Come on, you get that again, because that was a good one. That was a good one.
Okay. 1 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. Desiring to be teachers of the law, understanding neither what they say nor whereof they affirm.
Right, they don't even understand what they're talking about, man, because they're not doing what they're talking about. Right? Like what the script say, you study to teach yourself only or something like that. You study not to teach yourself only. Roughly paraphrasing, I have to find that. You know what I'm saying? Some people, yeah, like when you study, are you just edifying other people? Are you not edifying yourself in your studies? Right? You just studying to edify other people. You're not benefiting off of what you reading.
Right.
You're trying to wake everybody else up and bring them to the light, but you over here, falling short. You know what I'm saying? And not getting back up. I ain't even going, we all fall short, but now you stand down. Your sins are weighing you down because you're being a hypocrite. Right? Go to 2 Timothy 1 and 7.
This is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind.
Right, so the Most High has not given us the spirit of fear. Right? In the Apocrypha, he says, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Right? We're not supposed to fear those spirits that's in our mind, that's in our heart, that come against us in the midst of us celebrating tabernacles, of us having a good time, of us street teaching, right? Don't let that spirit of fear, because it's worldly fear, right? Oh, yeah, I fear the police gonna lock me up for teaching the word, or I fear my wife is gonna leave me, I fear that my job is gonna fire me, I fear all this fear. Right? The Most High didn't give us the spirit of fear, but what?
Power and sound.
For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power.
Read.
And of love.
And of love.
And of a sound mind.
And of a sound mind. Right? It's like water. Your mind is like water, right? If the water is being splashed and distorted, right, and you're trying to look at the bottom of the lake, right, you're not going to be able to see it because it's distorted. The water is splashing everywhere, it ripples everywhere. You're not going to be able to see it. But if the water is calm and steady and at peace, right, you're able to look through and see the bottom of the damn lake.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? The Most High has given us that power to be able to control the water, you know, to a certain degree, right? He gave us the power to rule over our spirit. We have that power. But they make it seem like we don't got that power to rule over our spirit. Oh, I just lost control, man. I just snapped. You know what I'm saying? The guy looked at me wrong, man. He caught me on the bad day, man. Hey, that's why I'm on probation right now. That's why I'm on parole right now. Right? They teach us that we can't rule over our spirit, but the Bible teaches us otherwise, man. All right, let's go to Ecclesiasticus